Well, the TMC has reiterated its go-it-alone stand, saying that Mamata Banerjee would fight Assam, Bengal, of course, and Meghalaya alone. So, no alliance in sight as far as West Bengal is concerned. Of course, breakthroughs in Uttar Pradesh and Delhi. But Derek O'Brien, the TMC spokesperson and a senior leader, reiterated Mamata Banerjee's stand. Though there was some talks of a seat-sharing plan being proposed between the Congress and the TMC, but no breakthrough so far. Sunil Prabhu has more details.
Unless there is, some back-channel talks that work out, the official position of the Trinamool Congress is that Mamata Banerjee has made it clear that she's fighting all 42 seats, and they are going to contest in Assam as well as in the Tura Lok Sabha seat. And there is no change in that position. So they have made it very clear that at present there is no change of position for the Trinamool Congress in Bengal, and we'll have to wait and see if they can be able to find a way forward on this important aspect.
And well, staying with news from Bengal, Sandeshkhali is on the boil again after a BJP delegation was stopped. In fact, a Trinamool leader was also attacked. There were several protests and there's a ban now on gatherings in the area. Take a look at this report.
Fresh protests in Sandeshkhali after days of calm. Protests were reported from the Jhutkhali and Bermojur areas of Sandeshkhali Island. Top police officers of the state, Director General of Police Rajiv Kumar and Additional Director General of Police South Bengal Supratim Sarkar rushed to the area.
কিছু কিছু লোক যেটা চায় না কি মানুষের তাড়াতাড়ি সমস্যার সমাধান হয়, ওরা এরকম আর্টিফিশিয়াল কিছু কিছু জায়গায় যেটা আমরা বুঝতে পারি কোন জায়গায় আর্টিফিশিয়াল আগুন লাগিয়েছে কোন জায়গায় মানুষ লাগিয়েছে। ঠিক আছে, আমরাও ছিলাম না, ঠিক গলত তো আছে আমাদেরও, আমরা মানছি তো এটা, আমরা we will establish rule of law.
The police managed to bring things under control, but tension flared up again in the afternoon as the police detained people, leading the administration to impose prohibitory orders once again. The police had to rush in as a mob attacked a local TMC leader, Ajit Maiti.
144 ধারা জারি হচ্ছে, অনুরোধ করছি আমি যে যার ঘরে যান। মিটিং মিছিল করে হঠাৎ লাঠি সোটা নিয়ে বেরিয়ে পড়লেন, ছবি বের হলো, এটা কোনো কথা নয়। সমাধান আমাদের করতে দিন, কার কেউ করবে না কিন্তু সমাধান।
This morning, a team from the National Human Rights Commission arrived in Sandeshkhali and met people on the ground. But a BJP delegation led by MP Lockit Chatterjee was stopped by the police, and Lockit Chatterjee was detained and taken to Kolkata police headquarters in the city. And the issue quickly turned into a BJP versus TMC row.
जो लोग अत्याचार कर रहा है पुलिस प्रोटेक्शन उसी पर है, और जो लोग को लूट रहा है उसके ऊपर अत्याचार पुलिस कर रहा है। यही हकीकत है पश्चिम बंगाल में। यहाँ पर कोई महिला, कोई स्टूडेंट, कोई नारी, कोई सुरक्षित नहीं है।
देखिए, पश्चिम बंगाल पुलिस को काम करने दीजिए, पश्चिम बंगाल सरकार को काम करने दीजिए, जो काम हो रहा है। राज्य सरकार की ओर से कैंप वगैरह भी बिठाए गए हैं, कानून अपना कदम भी उठा रही है।
As the police try to resolve complaints and maintain calm, Sandeshkhali remains a hot political issue, with the BJP attempting to gain political mileage by targeting Mamata Banerjee and the TMC over law and order and women's safety. However, in the midst of these political accusations and counter-accusation, peace is the casualty. With camera person Aniruddha Tripathi in Kolkata, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.
Meanwhile, the Prime Minister will be in West Bengal on the 1st and 2nd of March ahead of the general elections due in April-May. Well, the Prime Minister will also be visiting two key Lok Sabha constituencies, including Arambagh and Krishnanagar, which witnessed a close fight between the BJP and the TMC in 2019. Mara Shakil has more.
Let's not forget that the BJP did come up with a huge surprise in terms of its number and vote share. The BJP's vote share went up by almost 17% from what it got in 2014 to 40% in 2019, which translated into 18 seats in out of 42 Lok Sabha seats that Bengal sends. That is the reason why the BJP is bullish about other constituencies as well. If we look at the the public rallies, the venues that have been chosen by the BJP state unit for these public meetings, it's very, very strategic. These are constituencies in South Bengal which were not really completely breached by the BJP last time around in 2019. So they are hopeful that if Prime Minister increases his trips to Bengal, this is his first. There will be many more that will be coming, is what sources are saying.
And now the state that has a maximum number of Lok Sabha seats. Well, in Uttar Pradesh, Raja Bhaiya, as always, is likely to emerge as a kingmaker this time as well. You have both the sides wooing this linchpin. Take a look at this report.
Modi ji ki doordarshita.
The BJP and the Samajwadi Party, the two largest parties in Uttar Pradesh, both met Raja Bhaiya, the founder of the Jan Satta Lok Dal, even though he has only 2 MLAs. Why? The BJP, on the last day of filing nominations for the upcoming Rajya Sabha polls, introduced an 8th candidate, Shajahan Sheikh, for the election, making it 11 contenders for 10 seats. The BJP in Uttar Pradesh has 252 MLAs, and with the NDA, including the RLD, around 286 MLAs. But the BJP needs 296. The Samajwadi Party needs 111 first preference votes to send 3 candidates to the Rajya Sabha. It has only 108 with the alliance, so it is short of 3 votes. Now to attain these numbers, the BJP will need 10 more votes. The SP fears the BJP will orchestrate cross-voting by luring the required number of SP voters. Remember, each Rajya Sabha candidate needs 37 votes. With each vote making a difference, the two parties have met Raja Bhaiya, who holds the power of 2 votes. First it was Samajwadi Party State President Naresh Patel. Then it was BJP State President Bhupendra Chaudhary and Minister JPS Rathod. Both meetings took place at Raja Bhaiya's residence. Both sides vying for his support.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पास 8वां प्रत्याशी जीतने भर के हमारे पास संख्याबल है। रही बात राजा भैया की, तो राजा भैया एक जनसत्ता दल के नाम से उनकी पार्टी है, उनके पास 2 विधायक हैं। समय समय पर देखा गया वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी का सदन के अंदर समर्थन करते रहते हैं, मानिए हमारी नीतियों का भी समर्थन करते रहते हैं। तो निश्चित रूप से लोग अप्रोच करते हैं वोट के लिए, तो उनसे भी अप्रोच किए होंगे और वो हमेशा स्वविवेक से तय करते हैं कि हमको कहाँ जाना देश और समाज के लिए अच्छा रहेगा।
हमें चाहिए 3, उनको चाहिए 8-9। जब वो कठिन समय में थे, उनकी किसने मदद की थी? मैं समझता हूँ इतनी नैतिकता तो उनमें होगी। और जो लोग हमारी पार्टी का, हमारे संवैधानिक मूल्यों का, समता, समाजवाद, मानवता के विचारधारा से प्रभावित होकर के अगर हमारी मदद करना चाह रहे हैं तो उनका स्वागत।
While the focus remains on Raja Bhaiya, there is secrecy over which way the lone BSP MLA will vote. To attain the numbers, the Samajwadi Party might need his support as well.
While both the sides have formed alliances, Raja Bhaiya's voting will clarify whether he is going to be a part of any alliance or will he fight the Lok Sabha elections independently once again. With camera person Vineet Kumar Verma, Tanish Punjabi for NDTV.
And moving now to the other big headline, well, the Manipur High Court has deleted its direction to the state government to consider including the Meitei community in the list of the scheduled tribes. The High Court's decision last year had triggered massive protests which turned violent as well. Here's a ground report.
Fresh hope in Manipur after the state's High Court tweaked its 2023 order about the inclusion of Meiteis in the list of scheduled tribes. The order had incensed the Kuki community in Manipur, and immediately after, there was massive ethnic violence in the northeastern state for months, killing over 200 people and injuring dozens of people.
The court in the first place should have not got involved in this. It has created a lot of apprehension even amongst us because of the involvement of the court, having given a direction to the state government for the recommendation of this ST.
In this regard, it would have been better if the whole petition have been quashed, because the decision is to be taken by the central government having a set of norms, constitutional norms, to decide who is qualified to be a settled tribe or who is not.
We have nothing against this order. It was a very good order. Whatever mistake and some excess remarks was removed from that, and we have more advantages with this new order.
In its order modifying the earlier 2023 directions, the High Court said they were contrary to an earlier Supreme Court's decision that said the inclusion and exclusion of tribes in the ST list is the responsibility of the central government and the courts have no role in it. The opposition Congress has taken on Manipur's Biren Singh government, saying while the High Court may have corrected one part of its order, a para in the earlier order asking the state government to consider recommendation of ST status for Meiteis is still operative and asked what the state government will do about it.
So as far as the recommendations of the Meitei and the ST list is concerned, it is still operative in the writ petitions. So the government should act accordingly as per the court's direction.
But the biggest question is, will the court's intervention help heal Manipur? With K. Mangti in Churachandpur and Saikham Ratan in Imphal, in Guwahati, Ratndeep Chaudhary for NDTV.
And well, news now from Karnataka. The bill to tax temples has been defeated in the Legislative Council. Well, remember, the bill was defeated by a voice vote is what we're learning. In fact, there was a combined opposition that commanded majority in the council, so quite a rare spectacle there. The bill, remember, sought to draw more tax from richer temples. Pratibha Raman is now joining us live on the phone line. So Pratibha, quite a rare spectacle, as I said there, with the entire opposition coming together to defeat a bill.
That's right, because the controversial amendment to the Hindu Religious Institutions and Charitable Endowments Amendment Bill 2024 was rejected in the Legislative Council, mainly because this had also triggered a lot of ruckus in the Assembly as well. Despite having been passed in the Assembly, the Hindu Religious Bill faced opposition in the Council. In fact, Mr. Ramalinga, the Minister of the Endowment Department, had presented the bill in the Council, and this had sparked off a heated discussion between the BJP as well as the Congress members. The BJP alleged that this was mainly a very anti-Hindu bill, while the Congress maintained that this was there during the BJP's regime, and it was a mere amendment of just changing what was initially temples that had an income of around 10 lakh rupees, which had changed to temples that were earning an income of around 1 crore rupees. There was significant presence of BJP members in the House expressing their opposition, and like you mentioned, the bill received 7 votes in favour and 18 votes against.
Pratibha, thanks very much for joining us with that. So, well, the bill to tax temples has been defeated in the Karnataka Legislative Assembly. With that, we'll take a short break, but news continues on the other side. Well, EdTech startup Byus is in the news again. Well, its contentious extraordinary general meeting took place, and it was called by some of its high-profile and huge shareholders. The meeting passed a resolution to oust founder and CEO Baiju Ravindran from the control of what's seen as an iconic startup in the EdTech space. Several issues have been reported from the voting process, while Byju's in a statement has said that the resolutions passed are invalid and ineffective without a valid consortium, and that only 20% of the shareholders actually attended the EGM. Meanwhile, our special story, well, the Rajasthan Health Department has launched an all-out campaign against food adulteration. The NDTV Rajasthan team went with the Health Department on a raid in a factory in Alwar where paneer was being produced using palm oil and lime. Take a look.
It's supposed to have the goodness of milk. Paneer or cottage cheese is among the most adulterated food items on our menu. The Rajasthan government has recently launched a campaign against food adulteration. At this factory in Alwar, the health department lands up for a surprise check. And finds tartric acid kept in unlabeled jars. Tartric acid is used for making cottage cheese. Even more horrifying, the factory made paneer through a process where all the good fat of the milk was removed. In fact, it was siphoned off to make ghee or clarified butter, which was sold for a hefty premium in the market. Then a mixture of palm oil and lime powder was kept in a jar with water. This was added to the milk to increase its fat content and produce paneer. Along with palm oil and lime, milk powder was also added to produce cottage cheese.
इसमें फिल्टर दो जाए और इसमें तेल डालना।
कौन सा तेल यूज करते हो? पाम ऑयल। और चूने का भी आप
चूना भी यूज करते हैं।
कहाँ जाता है माल इसका?
इसका जयपुर जाता है।
Paneer or cottage cheese made with palm oil and lime is not only toxic but it's also unhealthy. Palm oil is known to increase the risk of heart attacks. In fact, India has become among the largest importers of palm oil, which is finding its way into adulterations, largely of milk products.
यहाँ पे जो हमें जो पनीर मिला है चूने से और क्रीम निकले हुए दूध, पाम ऑयल और मिल्क पाउडर इस तरह से बना करके ये जो पनीर तैयार किया जा रहा है अनहाइजेनिक कंडीशन में। आप ये देखिए मक्खियाँ पड़ी हुई है खुले के अंदर, कंटेनर वगैरह सब साफ नहीं है, बदबू मार रही है जगह पे। तो इस तरह का जो पनीर जो बनता है वो स्वास्थ्य के लिए नुकसानदायक है और लंबे समय तक इनका सेवन करने से किडनी लिवर पे इफेक्ट आता है।
The Rajasthan government says it's serious about cracking down on food adulteration, which is harmful for health. According to health department sources, Jaipur alone consumes 24,000 kilos of paneer, of which 20,000 is adulterated.
आप सऊदी अरब के अंदर अगर आप कोई मिलावट कर दें तो सीधी आपको जो है मौत की सजा मिलती है, क्योंकि आप जो मिलावट कर रहे हैं वो आप अपने साथियों को, अपने देशवासियों को आप जहर दे रहे हैं।
With Bal Virendra Singh in Jaipur, Harsha Kumari Singh, NDTV.
And moving now, the protesting farmers have approached the Supreme Court asking for the top court's intervention as their standoff with the government continues. This as there was violence reported in Haryana's Hisar as well amid the protests. Ravish Ranjan Shukla has more details.
अभी खबर आई है, अभी चूंकि किसानों की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस थी तो उसमें किसानों ने फिलहाल जो दिल्ली मार्च का इरादा है उसको अभी उस पर नरम पड़ गए हैं और उन्होंने ये कहा है कि 21 तारीख को जो शुभकरण नाम के एक नौजवान किसान की मौत हुई थी, जब तक उसको शहीद का दर्जा नहीं दे दिया जाता है, और दूसरी उनकी डिमांड है कि हरियाणा पुलिस के ऊपर में जब तक मुकदमा नहीं दर्ज हो जाता है और वो भी कत्ल का मुकदमा यानी 302 का मुकदमा दर्ज नहीं हो जाता है, तब तक दोनों ही बॉर्डर पर यानी शंभू और खनौरी दोनों ही बॉर्डर पर इसी तरीके से आंदोलन चलता रहेगा। तो इससे लग ये रहा है कि अब जो दिल्ली मार्च का उनका इरादा है वो फिलहाल उनका नहीं है, वो अभी शुभकरण के ऊपर के मामले पर शहीद उसको दिया जाए शहीद का दर्जा और हरियाणा पुलिस के ऊपर में एफआईआर दर्ज किया जाए। फिलहाल इन दोनों मांगों को लेकर वो बॉर्डर पर इसी तरीके से आंदोलन करते रहेंगे। तो ये केंद्र सरकार के लिए फौरी तौर पर राहत की बात है। हालांकि केंद्र सरकार के कृषि मंत्री ने कहा था कि वो किसानों के साथ में बातचीत करने को लिए तैयार है। किसान संगठन भी आज दिन भर इंतजार करते रहे कि हो सकता है कोई नए प्रस्ताव के साथ में केंद्र सरकार बातचीत की पहल करे, लेकिन फिलहाल केंद्र सरकार के साथ में न्यूनतम समर्थन मूल्य के कानूनी गारंटी पर कोई बातचीत अभी फिलहाल नहीं हो रही है। दूसरी बात है कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट भी आज किसान गए थे।